Hey everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a little bit for people to hop on. Because I am nervous. I am nervous, y'all. I'm so nervous. Okay. All right, y'all. Give y'all a few minutes to get all hopped on. Hey, Morgan. Y'all, I had a case of Murphy's Law while I was getting ready for this video. Oh, I thought I was going to be super late, okay? I'm going to give people a minute to hop on. Invite your peeps in that you invited if you are a pharmacy beauty influencer. I'm going to give y'all some time to tag some peeps, all that. I'm also going to try to be as short and sweet as possible, but anybody that's in here knows I am a chatty Kathy, and I'm going to try really, really hard to not talk your ear off, but I want to tell you the benefits of Farmasi and what it's done for me and all that. Oh my gosh, thank you, Kayla. That's so sweet. Hey, Kylie. Okay, so I'm giving everybody just a minute to kind of get hopped on. Comment below where you're viewing from. What state are you from? I would like to see what state everybody is from, because I think that that's important to know in this video as well, is to kind of know what state y'all are from, because I'm not sure if y'all know this, but Farmasi is super ground floor level, y'all, like super ground floor. Illinois. Okay, so Bree, just so you know, everybody who's commenting who's from Illinois, I want to say that Illinois only has 16 leaders in that state. So anybody director status and up in that state. That's how ground floor this is, okay? Like crazy, right? Crazy. I'm from Texas, and I want to say there's like 100, Morgan, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's like 101 people that are director status and up in Texas. But if you know how big Texas is, 101 people ain't nothing, okay? 101 people is like nothing. Like, I go to a restaurant and there's 101 people there, okay? So yeah, just comment below what state you're watching from. And if you want to put like what city and state you're from, do that too. Well, you know what, Morgan? At the end of this month, there's going to be 104, girl. Because my team is doing it. We are doing it. We're loud and proud, y'all. We're from Texas. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because I don't want anybody who's watching right now to have to wait any longer. So, just remember, y'all, if you are a beauty influencer, make sure you're tagging your peeps that you invited in here because you don't want them to miss out on giveaways. All right. So anyways, my name is Danny Martinez. I am obviously a part of the Empowered Empire. I also have, I'm underneath Morgan, but I also have my own team called the Glow Getters. And, you know, I just kind of want to tell y'all, starting off, I did not plan to leave my previous company. If you kind of see me looking off to the side every now and then, it's because I have notes for this video because I do tend to be a chatty Kathy. And I wanted to make sure that I really hit on the points that I wanted to hit on. So if you kind of see me looking to the side, it's because I'm looking at my laptop where I have my notes. If I don't respond super quick, it's because I get lost in comments super easily and I start talking a lot. So yeah, if you are somebody that was invited by one of my girls and you decide to join after this video, this is what you're getting, okay? This is what you're getting as your upline. I will talk your ear off, but in the best way possible, okay? Anyway, so I'm just gonna start off by telling y'all, I did not plan on leaving my former company. I'm not gonna mention my former company's name through here, but if you want to take your guesses, you can guess all you want. That's fine. I'm not going to confirm or deny what company I came from. But I loved what my previous company stood for. I got to travel because of them. I got to leave the country for the first time because of them. Y'all, I had never... Look, squirrels, I'm going to turn these comments off, Morgan. These people are going to distract me. I had never left the state of Texas, y'all, until my previous company, okay? So I got to travel out of state because of that company. Y'all, I've never been able to afford a vacation in my life, like a lavish vacation, okay? Like, of course, if you're from Texas, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I go to Rockport and Port Aransas and all that, but I've never been out of the country. And because of that company, I got to do those things, okay? I was drinking that Kool-Aid real hard with that other company, y'all. Like, I was drinking it. I was pouring it into other people's cups. I was doing all that, all right? Like, if there was anybody who bled that company, it was probably me, okay? Like, I bled it. Anytime I could talk about it, I talked about it, all right? I made some lifelong friends in that business. I hit the top 2% of the company in that business. I was doing live trainings for my upline for a group page that had 15,000 or more people in it. I had over 200 and something team members. I was almost always recognized as a top recruiter. I was almost always recognized as a top seller on the certain team that I was on. I was always like complimented on my leadership skills, all this stuff. So I never planned on leaving this company, okay? Like, this company, I always thought was going to be my company. Now you're probably like, okay, so why, if you hit the top 2% of your company, if you did this, if you did that, what brought you to Farmasi? So I joined that company back in 2016. I joined on a whim, y'all. I joined because I needed something different. I saw a cool little kit and I was like, I want that kit. I bought it, had some cool stuff in it, all this stuff. Well, then I started selling it very quickly. And I was like, oh, I got something here. And my second year in, I hit the top 2% of the company. And y'all, I was so proud of myself, okay? Like, I was so proud of myself. I was sipping that Kool-Aid, all right? And like I said, I was pouring it into other people's cups. I was getting to go to dinners and all this stuff. And then for 2 years, I was like living on cloud 9, okay? And then something happened in 2018. I got into a car accident in 2018, okay? I had a few things happen to me in 2018, and I'm going to tell you about them. I'm going to tell you what led me to coming to here. In 2018, I was in a car accident. I had gotten a concussion, and I was told, hey, you can't be staring at your phone for long periods of time for about 2 weeks, you know, stuff like that. They really wanted to keep me from straining and stuff because of the concussion. So I followed doctor's orders, and I started to see some people at face value, okay? I started to see some people in this company at face value. And that's when I kind of knew in my heart I was needing a change, but it was becoming, at the same time, I was scared to make a change. So I tried really hard to just stay where I was at. So when I had this car accident, and all this, afterwards, I started suffering from depression and anxiety. Of course, there was lawsuits involved in this wreck, and all this stuff. So I was like really stressed out. And these people that I thought were my friends started telling me that I was just using my life as an excuse to not work my business. And that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. But you know what? I took it at face value. I tried to work my business a little bit harder. And then I started having customers come to me and they were like, hey, Danny, I can't afford these products. And hey, this product that I bought 3 months ago, I bought it again, and it's like it's different. It's like the formula in this product is different. I'm not going to continue to buy this if this is what the formula is going to be like. And then I started having team members reach out to me and telling me that they felt like my upline only cared about them because they were a paycheck to her. And that she just never talked to them. She never reached out to them, only when it benefited her. And y'all, because I was sipping this Kool-Aid really hard, because I was sipping this Kool-Aid hard, I kind of was just like, no, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. She just has so many people on her team. That's what it is. I promise that's what it is. Well, then I ended up going to convention that same year in 2018, and I started to see some really sweet people get treated really crappy. And some of my teammates were there, and my teammates were kind of ignored by my upline. And there was another woman that was on my upline's team who, I'm not going to call her out. If she wants to call herself out, she can. She has MS and all this. She had health issues, and my upline treated her like crap when she started to feel sick. And they just kind of like left her in the lobby at convention and went on to their classes for convention instead of staying with her. And I stayed with her for a little bit to kind of just be there for her, love on her and hug her and stuff like that. And it just, in that moment, it made me realize that some of these people in this company were not what they made themselves out to be. And it started to really mess with my depression and my anxiety. I suffer from depression and anxiety really, really bad. I had a really bad childhood growing up. And if you follow me on Facebook, I am very transparent about that, about my life in my past with my parents and all that stuff. So I have really bad depression and anxiety. And when I saw this woman get treated really badly at convention, it tore my heart up. It made my depression get worse. It made my anxiety get worse. And then after convention, I ended up finding out that I was pregnant. Me and my husband had struggled for 4 years to get pregnant with our 1-year-old. She's 13 months old now. We struggled for 4 years to have her. I ended up having a really high risk pregnancy. I was hospitalized a lot of my pregnancy. I ended up having my daughter 6 or 7 weeks early. Not one of my uplines checked on me while I was pregnant, while I was having a rough pregnancy. And I tried really hard after I had my daughter to just get back into it, because you guys, I was in the top 2% of the company. I was considered a leader. I had been invited to corporate. I had met the founders of this company. I was traveling for this company. Like, it would have looked so bad on me, right, to change companies. Y'all, I had a top leader in that company reach out to me and tell me that she had nominated me to be a model for the company, because the company that I was with, they used their people as models sometimes. And I had a top leader who wasn't even my leader reach out to me and told me that she had nominated me. Like, this company, I couldn't leave it, right? Like, I couldn't leave that company. And so I tried really hard after I had my daughter, and then I started suffering from postpartum depression really bad. It was bad. And my team started to just really complain to me about our uplines. And every time that I would tell my upline, hey, my team's feeling like this, I would get the, Well, tell your people, don't worry about their upline, worry about their downline. If they worried about their downline more than they worried about their upline, they'd be more successful. And these were things that I was told, okay? That does not mean I'm bashing this company. That's why I'm not telling y'all what company it is, because this company is an amazing company. They have amazing products. They do have amazing leaders, and the founders have hearts of gold, okay? Hearts of gold. This is just my experience with this company. I just think sometimes when a person switches to a new company, some of her credibility gets lost in the transfer, especially when it happens so suddenly like it did to me. And I'm kind of here to tell you, if you're in that situation where you're stuck right now, if you're watching this video right now and you're feeling the way that I felt, stuck in y'all, I started to get to the point that I could not promote anymore. I was stuck trying to maintain a leadership status. I was stuck in my own head. I was stuck in my life. I was stuck in a place. I was just stuck in a really bad place, y'all. 2019 was not a good year for me. I suffered from postpartum depression. I had lost a friendship that year that I had had for 11 years that I thought was going to be my friendship this was my sister. Like, me and her were inseparable, and my friendship with her was ruined in 2019. And I struggled with that. And part of that was because I struggled with postpartum depression. And these people who said that they were my friends never noticed that I was struggling so deeply. My heart was tearing every day. I was having really bad thoughts. I was having scary thoughts. And, then I started, after months of struggling internally with myself and juggling back and forth on what I wanted to do. Was I going to stay? Was I going to leave? What would my customers think if I left? What would the company do if I left? Like, would I be sued for leaving? Like, was I stuck here? Like, what were people going to think if I left? What about my team? I had over 200 people on my team, y'all. And I loved them, y'all. I loved my team hard. I loved my team. I was there for them as much as I could be, given the circumstances that I was going through with depression and anxiety and all these things. And I constantly thought about them. What would my team think about me? Would my team want to follow me? If they didn't want to follow me, would they talk badly about me? Like, what was going to happen if I left? And I struggled with this for months. And I finally saw some top leaders in this company leaving to come to Farmasi. And I was like, okay. And y'all, I did it. I did the thing. I talked bad, because that's kind of what I was brainwashed to do at the time, was to kind of make fun of people who left that business to go to other businesses. I'd be like, they have shiny ball syndrome, squirrel. Or, if they would just work their business where they're at, they could have been successful here, whatever, go be with another company, okay? Like, I was so guilty of that, and that was wrong. That I was so brainwashed to think that it was not okay for people to leave and go to another company, okay? But then finally, I saw Morgan leave and started posting all over Facebook. And I was just like, me and Morgan were like this and unique. Ooh, I did it. Morgan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now y'all know what company I'm from. Okay, so anyways, it slipped. See, I told y'all, Chatty Cathy, I don't start thinking. But anyways, we'll roll on. Me and Morgan were like this in our previous company. Like, we were like this, all right? And when I saw her leave, I was like, okay. I messaged her. I wanted to know the tea about Farmasi, all right? Like, I wanted to know the tea. And so I messaged her. And she told me, Danny, $20 to join, girl. $20, 50% commissions, 50% commissions, 50% discount, and your discount is applied automatically. See, in our previous company, we got a 25% discount, but we had to wait 3.5 hours. We had to pay full price for our discount, and then we had to wait 3.5 hours for them to pay us for them to pay us back for our discount, okay? And it was 25%. So 50% discount. We automatically get paid the 50% commissions, only $20 to join. I mean, and then the kits, you can purchase a kit if you want, and the kits are phenomenal. Like, you can get a kit for $125 and get over $300 worth of product in that kit. But guess what? If you don't want to buy a kit, you don't have to. They are optional. I highly suggest getting a kit though, because they are so super discounted and they come with so much stuff to help you start your business. And then she was like, Danny, no auto ships, no quotas. See, in our other company, you had to buy or sell $125 every 3 months to be able to keep your discount and to be able to keep your website and all that stuff. With this company, she's like, no, girl, you don't have to. It's $2 every 6 months that you have to sell or buy to keep your discount. $2. Go buy yourself a mascara, girl. You're going to need a mascara every 6 months. Don't you worry. You should really be replacing that mascara every 3 months. So trust me, you will buy $2 worth of makeup within 6 months. She was just telling me all this stuff. Like, listen, it is so different. This is not like that other company. Like, it's not, hey, we don't have any quotas, but we really do. Once you sign up, it's $125 every 3 months. Nope. No, $2 every 6 months here, y'all. $2. When Morgan told me this, I was like, girl, what's the catch? And she's like, no, really, Danny, there is no catch. And Morgan was such an amazing leader in the previous company. Me and Morgan were not, in no way in the previous company did she benefit me or I benefited her. We were sideline sisters. That's what we called each other. We called each other sideline sisters. And I watched her build a team in that company. And in my previous company, I did not join underneath somebody that I think that I would have joined underneath if I was really looking to build a business. Who you join under, to me, is so important. You should really trust that person. You should really know that that person's going to be there for you and all this stuff. And I knew that Morgan was that person. The person that I joined underneath in my previous company, she was not that person. I joined because I wanted a kit. I did not join because I wanted a business, and then it turned into a business. And then the person that I joined underneath ended up just wanting to leave and not wanting anything to do with the business. So then I was kind of just left on my own for a while. I know that Morgan isn't going to do that to me. And so I called my husband and I was like, hey, I got to tell you. And he knows Morgan. He's met Morgan on multiple occasions. Morgan has bought a dog from us. We have traveled together. Like, Patrick, my husband, he knew Morgan. So I called Patrick and I was like, hey, Morgan moved to this other company named Farmasi. And he's like, Morgan? Like, Morgan? And I was like, yes, Morgan. And he was all, there's no way she left that company. And I was like, no, Patrick, she did. And I started telling him, like, everything that Morgan had told me. And he was like, Danny, you have to join. And I was like, why? And he was like, you sound so excited. Like, you sound like that fire is lit again. He was like, you just sound happy just talking about it. He was like, just pay the $20, buy yourself a kit. I ended up buying the $50 kit because at the time that's all I could afford, and that's okay. I ended up buying the $50 kit, and he's like, Danny, just join. Just do it. Buy yourself the $50 kit. Call it a day. At the end of the day, you're still spending less than what you spent to join that other company. And here I am. I really didn't start, I joined within 2 hours of talking to Morgan because I knew Morgan would never steer me wrong. Morgan is an honest person. She is very, like she's just honest about everything. Like, this girl will give you the truth about everything. She will be there for you. She will stay up late with you and answer any questions that you have, like everything. And she literally did that for me. So literally, y'all, here I am with Farmasi, and I am now running for a leadership position in this company. Something that took me 2 years to do in my previous company, I am now running for. I joined in September of 2019. I did not start working this business because, like I said, I was struggling with some things inside me. I wasn't really sure if I wanted this to be a business. I wasn't really, I was still scared to come out about switching companies and all this stuff. And then finally last month, it was just time to start working my business. Something told me, Danny, like, this is it. Like, this is the company for you. Like, get up and do the things. And y'all, I started working my business last month, and let me tell you how ground floor this is. Let me tell you how this has changed my life. In 1 month, my company quadrupled its sales. My paycheck was 12 times the amount of what it was of the month before. And this month, we are already about to surpass what we did last month. And all it took was $20 and trusting my gut on joining Farmasi. That's all it took, was trusting my gut. Y'all, Farmasi could not have came at a better time. Me starting to work my business could not have came at a better time. All of us are being affected by this COVID-19 thing. Just last week, my husband was furloughed from his company because of COVID-19 and the oil field decline. He was our main steady income in this household. I've been a stay-at-home mom for about 3 years now. I worked in the oil field previously for 5 years before that. And I worked in the oil field for 5 years before that in the office. And then I started staying home because my husband was able to provide for me to be able to stay home with our kids and all this. And we didn't expect COVID-19 to happen. None of us did. And then COVID-19 happened. The oil field started declining, and my husband had been with his company for 9 years, and he was furloughed. And thank God for Farmasi, right? Thank God for a ground level opportunity. Thank God for an amazing team. Morgan, I am going to save it, girl. Thank God for an amazing team. Thank God for an amazing leader. And just thank God in general for his blessings. If you are a Christian like me, you can just rest in his word and know that he leads you somewhere for a reason. Like, he brings you to something for a reason. So if you're watching this video right now, it's probably for a reason. If you were invited to this group, it's probably for a reason. Like, y'all, I want y'all to all promise me something. If you're not looking to be in a direct sales business and you're just here because you just want to learn some tutorials on how to apply some makeup, then girl, you're in the right place, okay? You're in the right place, girl. If you're just here because you saw some giveaways going on, girl, you're in the right place, all right? Like, we got you, okay? If you're just here because you just want to buy some good makeup, girl, we got you, all right? And not even makeup, y'all, we have so many products and so many to come. But make me a promise. Just make me a promise, okay? Just comment below, I promise, all right? Promise me that if you start having that feeling in your heart, if you feel like you're stuck somewhere, if you ever just feel like you're just somebody's paycheck every single month, or if you ever just feel like you're depressed, or you have anxiety, or you just feel like you need something new and something exciting, promise me that you will reach out to the person that brought you to this group. Promise me that you will reach out to the person that brought you to this group, because I promise you the person that brought you to this group wants to change your life. They want to change your life, y'all. I got chills talking right now. Like, promise me that is what you will do. If you feel stuck wherever you're at, if you are in a company right now where you feel stuck, girl or man, if there's men in here because we have men products, we will help you. We will help you. We will get you to where you need to be. I promise. We are ground level. We are ground level. I will put in the comments below how many leaders are in each state. Or Morgan can. Morgan, if you can, after this video, can you put in the comments how many leaders are in each state? You tell me which state that you are in, and you will see how ground level this really is for you. 85% of the nation does not know about Farmasi. Do you know how amazing that is? Do you know how amazing that is? There's so much opportunity for you to grow. My team quadrupled their numbers in sales in 1 month. In 1 month, y'all. Nobody gets left behind with Farmasi. We are a family. We are there for each other. You can set with us. You can set with us, y'all. And I don't mean that like, oh, you can come over and be on our team. No, like literally, if you see us in a restaurant, girl, you can sit with us. If we're having a team meeting and we're all meeting up somewhere, you can sit with us. It does not matter what level you are at in this company. If you are a beginner or if you are a top leader, you can sit with us, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. Comment below if you are a beauty influencer right now. Comment below hashtag you can sit with us. Let these people know they can sit with us. Like I said, y'all, I drank that Kool-Aid in my previous company. I felt stuck. I know what it feels like to be stuck. I know what it feels like to be scared. I know what it feels like to not be a salesperson. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to not be good at makeup. I know all that. But I promise you, if you come on over to the Farmasi side, we will help you. And we are all in this together. You can sit with us. And I hope all of you have a great night. Remember to comment along. There's so much more amazing things coming in this group. And that's it, y'all. I'm sure I went over my 20 minutes. So I hope all of y'all have a great night. Love everybody watching. Bye, y'all.